Imagine waking up to the sun rising over the Texas Hill Country, knowing you're just minutes from a boat dock on Lake Austin or a championship round of golf. If you're relocating to the West Austin area because you need to be closer to town and you like a wide variety of restaurants, you've heard of all the towns. But how do you choose between the master-planned convenience of Steiner Ranch and the established lakeside charm of Lakeway or the upscale growth of Bee Cave? When I have buyers moving to the area, these are often their top 3 neighborhood choices, and each community has pros and cons. Today, we are doing a comparison of Lake Travis versus Steiner Ranch. I'll give you the home prices, the A-rated schools, and the unique lifestyle perks that set these communities apart. I'm Ellen Steele with Steele Portfolio Real Estate. I specialize in helping families relocate right here to the Lake Travis area. If you're looking to make a move today, tomorrow, or 6 months from now, give me a call, shoot me a text, or send me an email. I'm ready to help you find the perfect match for your lifestyle. Welcome to Living in Lake Travis. Before we look at the numbers, you have to understand how we got here. Steiner Ranch isn't just a neighborhood, it's a 4,600-acre master-planned peninsula surrounded by Lake Austin, with both Lake Austin and Lake Travis views from various places in the neighborhood. It was originally a working cattle ranch owned by the Steiner family, who were legends in the rodeo world for 4 generations. Even today, you'll see the cowboy legacy in the names of the streets and neighborhoods, and you can get a hands-on experience in cowboy spirit at the Steiner Ranch Steakhouse. If you saw Rocker Steiner compete in this year's NFR, you know that the Steiner name is still a big deal today in horses, cattle, and the rodeo. It sits on a ridge tucked between Lake Travis and Lake Austin. Because Steiner Ranch is so large, housing about 17,000 residents, it feels like a city within a city. You have internal pocket communities, some of which are gated and have their own additional HOAs. Steiner Ranch is considered to be within the city limits of Austin. While Steiner Ranch feels like a cohesive master-planned unit, Lakeway and Bee Cave often feel more like traditional independent towns with a mix of old and new developments. Almost half of the homes in Steiner Ranch were built between the year 2000 and 2009, with an additional 25% of homes built between 2010 and 2019. You can find some homes in desperate need of an update and some homes that have already been nicely updated, as well as homes that are newer and right on trend. If you live an active lifestyle, you'll want to think carefully about what exactly you're looking for. Steiner is home to the University of Texas Golf Club, famous for its panoramic views and, yes, even burnt orange golf carts. The UT Golf Club does require a membership, so unless you plan to join the country club, you may want to choose Lakeway for its selection of public golf courses. Lakeway has both Falcon Head and Live Oak public golf courses, as well as several other private courses that do require a membership. In Steiner, you have the Steiner Ranch Lake Club on Lake Austin, which includes boat docks and a pavilion. Lakeway has the Lakeway City Park, where you can fish and swim, and Mansfield Dam Park with the boat ramp is right in between Steiner Ranch and Lakeway. The city of Lakeway, the city of Bee Cave, and Steiner Ranch all have restrictions about parking your boat in the driveway, so unless you live in one of the unincorporated areas that doesn't have these restrictions, like Apache Shores or Hudson Bend, you'll need to think about boat storage. Lakeway, Bee Cave, and Steiner Ranch all offer some of the most desirable hiking and walking trails in the Texas Hill Country, combining natural beauty with everyday livability. In Lakeway, Canyonland trails wind through limestone cliffs, oak groves, and open vistas with glimpses of Lake Travis. Bee Cave adds shaded green belts and rolling paths ideal for relaxed walks or family outings. Meanwhile, Steiner Ranch is known for its extensive private trail network, where residents enjoy miles of scenic paths overlooking Lake Austin, the Hill Country hills, and preserved nature areas. In Steiner Ranch, you have 3 major community centers, multiple swimming pools, tennis courts, dog park, and soccer fields. In Lakeway and Bee Cave, your amenities will depend on your HOA and neighborhood. There are a public swim center and several parks in Lakeway and Bee Cave, and if you're looking for top-tier amenities, Rough Hollow would be your choice. The HOA fees in Rough Hollow are significantly higher than the HOA fees in Steiner Ranch. Lakeway is world-renowned for its multiple golf courses and the Lakeway Marina, while Bee Cave offers the massive Hill Country Galleria for those who prioritize high-end shopping and dining closer to home. Steiner Ranch complements both with a private resort-style lifestyle featuring championship golf, lake access on Lake Austin, scenic hiking trails, and a close-knit community feel. Steiner Ranch and Bee Cave have a shorter drive to downtown Austin than Lakeway. One criticism you'll hear about Steiner Ranch is that there's one way in and one way out. One of the defining features of Steiner Ranch is that it's on the peninsula with just one main road out to the main highway, which creates a rare sense of privacy and security. With limited access points, traffic stays local, streets remain quiet, and the community feels tucked away from the rush of the city. Residents often say it feels more like a private retreat than a neighborhood, peaceful, protected, and intentionally removed from through traffic, while still offering easy access to Lake Austin and West Austin conveniences. You may hit traffic leaving the neighborhood at certain times of the day, but generally on a day-to-day basis, you never have to wait more than just a few minutes. For many relocating families, schools are a top consideration, even if you don't have kids in school. And both Leander Independent School District and Lake Travis Independent School District are widely respected for academics, athletics, and extracurricular depth. Steiner Ranch schools within Leander ISD, including Steiner Ranch Elementary, Laura Welch Butch Elementary, and River Ridge Elementary, consistently earn strong academic ratings and emphasize student progress and engagement. All three elementary schools are within the neighborhood, although there is some talk of school consolidation in the future. The middle school is within the neighborhood as well. Students continue on to Vandegrift High School, located a few miles outside of the neighborhood, a large comprehensive high school known for broad academic offerings, competitive athletics, and a nationally recognized marching band program. Lakeway and Bee Cave feed into Lake Travis ISD, anchored by Lake Travis High School, one of the largest high school campuses in Texas. Lake Travis High School is known for extensive course selection, strong fine arts programs, and high-profile athletic traditions. While Lake Travis schools generally serve a larger overall student population, both districts provide robust opportunities across academics, sports, and student organizations, allowing families to choose the environment that best fits their priorities and learning style. I always recommend that anyone concerned about schools check the online reviews, visit the schools, and talk to current parents of students. Attendance zones can sometimes change, like if Steiner Ranch closes an elementary school or when the new high school in Lake Travis is completed. So if schools are a top priority, let's work through it and make sure your home is zoned for where you want it to be. Now let's talk numbers. I know you want to know, what does it actually cost to buy here? As of late 2025, we're seeing some fascinating trends that distinguish these three neighbors. First, let's look at Steiner Ranch. The market here is incredibly active. Year to date, we've seen about 136 homes sell, which is actually a 21% increase compared to last year. The median price for a home in Steiner is sitting right around $862,000 for the year. Right now, the least expensive home in Steiner is a 1,900 square foot, 3-bedroom, 1-story, listed for just under $570,000. The most expensive home in Steiner is almost 10,000 square feet on almost 6 acres, right on Lake Austin with a dock, listed at $20 million. You might see headlines about Steiner prices jumping over $1 million in a single month. We did have a specific spike in August where the median hit $1.05 million, but that was driven by a high volume of luxury homes selling at over $1.75 million, not necessarily because every house got more expensive. The entry-level market there has actually been a bit softer, giving buyers some room to negotiate. Next, let's head over to Lakeway. You can typically get a little more for your money here. The median price in the broader Lake Travis Lakeway area is hovering right around $777,000. If you like having options, Lakeway is your spot right now. We recently saw about 290 active listings on the market. Because of that higher inventory, it's currently shaping up to be a bit more of a buyer's market compared to the tighter inventory we sometimes see in specific pockets of Steiner. The least expensive single-family home in Lakeway is a fixer-upper priced at $475,000. You can get a condo in the 300s. And the most expensive home in Lakeway is a gorgeous, brand new, almost 7,000 square foot home right on Lake Travis with a dock. Finally, Bee Cave. While we don't have the same volume of sales data as the larger communities, many of the homes considered to be in Bee Cave just have Austin as the city name, making it hard to compare data. The cost of living data tells the story clearly. Housing costs in Bee Cave are tracking about 17% more expensive than Lakeway. You're paying that premium for the newer, hill country modern product and the convenience of being closer to the Galleria and a shorter commute downtown. One last thing to keep in mind for all three areas, we are seeing what experts call a market divergence. Homes priced over $800,000 are performing very well because cash buyers aren't as sensitive to interest rates. The move-up market, homes between $350,000 and $600,000, has been a little slower because many sellers are locked into their old mortgage rates or they're saving up for their first purchase. If you're looking in that price range, you might find less competition, but also slightly tighter inventory. Relocating buyers often underestimate the Texas traffic. Steiner Ranch has essentially that one main artery, Quinlan Park Road, which dumps out onto Ranch Road 620. If there's an accident on 620, it can be a bottleneck. However, the county has added emergency-only roads to improve safety and evacuation routes. Looking at Lakeway and Bee Cave, these areas generally have more backdoor routes into Austin via Highway 71 or Southwest Parkway, which can make the commute into downtown or the airport a bit more predictable depending on where your office is located. In Lakeway, you'll find a 30-mile-per-hour speed limit on city roads, and you don't want to speed here because the Lakeway police are locked in. If your home is deep in Old Lakeway, it can take you 10 minutes just to get out to the main road. If you're a downtown commuter, I always recommend either Bee Cave or Steiner Ranch. So which one is right for you? Choose Steiner Ranch if you want that resort-style, master-planned feel where kids can bike to school and you have 20 miles of trails in your backyard. Choose Lakeway if you want an established lakeside town with a deep history of golf and boating. Choose Bee Cave if you want a mix of modern luxury and the best shopping the hill country has to offer. Relocating is a huge step, and you don't have to do it alone. I'm Ellen Steele with Steele Portfolio Real Estate, and I would love to be your boots on the ground here in Austin. Let's find your perfect hill country home. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more Austin neighborhood tours. Lake Travis is waiting for you.